Let me just fix this up more. We're just gonna wait for people to start joining in because I know it's gonna take a bit. Hello? Hello, hello.
I can't see. Can I see? Oh, I can see the chat.
Yeah, you can see the chat.
That's pretty goated, honestly.
Yeah. Hello everybody. We are just I'm still getting some stuff a bit set up at the moment. Today's live stream, for those of you who have followed me for a long time, this is not gonna be your ordinary live stream. This isn't gonna be your ordinary like topic or anything. This is something of a really serious matter that I did not want to have to come out unless I absolutely needed to. So, I mean, if I were y'all, I would share this live to as many people as possible because this is gonna be the most probably the most important live stream of my career. This is gonna be the most important live stream that you guys will probably ever see in a while, and I would like to start things off before anything. Before we get into this live stream, I did make mention of the content creator Flow, the content creator Flow, and on my yesterday's live stream, I did call them out for like leaking some information to Jackson and stuff. Anyways, we did settle that matter, and I did apologize on my behalf on the server for like jumping more into conclusions because I mean we all gotta understand if I'm sharing like sensitive information to someone, you know, sensitive information and stuff. I'm it's best to be under the impression, that it's kept secret, but they explained everything to me. Flo genuinely does not know of any of doesn't know of Jax's true nature. They never knew of like TSG's true nature and everything. So like going forward in this situation and this document, I would like for you guys to not involve them. They wish to not be involved. Flo does not want to be involved in any of the situation. Uh, so yeah, so this is like, you know, going forward in the future. Like, don't involve Flo's name. They are not associated. They do not want to further involve themselves in drama. Uh, and yes, I would like to apologize for jumping a bit into conclusions there yesterday in the heat of the moment. And I won't be doing that again. All right. So before we start things off, what the person I have with me today, they are of someone that's been uh in the TSG private server and the public server since basically the very beginning. And the reason why I haven't made mention of them until now is because, obviously for their safety, I didn't want to like publicly like mention them. I didn't want to like, plaster their name everywhere, knowing that the same similar situation that they're also in right now. So the very fact that we're doing this live stream today goes to show how important this conversation needs to be stated, needs to be said. Um, and unfortunately, I won't be able to read much of you guys' comments and stuff, but I appreciate all the support. I appreciate anyone or everyone that's been pulling up so far. And and before we get into any of this, yeah, feel free to share the live stream again because this is gonna be the most important live stream of probably the year. Because this is not a joking matter. This is not something that I ever wanted to do with malice intent. This isn't something that like I would gain much of. This isn't something that I like, you know, this is something I wanted to do for months. For the claims of me, that I could have been able to do this all the way back when I joined this private server. That hey, Lua, why didn't you like call them out way back then? Why did you choose to say? Well, I didn't have a choice. They took advantage of the fact that I was in a really dark, depressive mental state. By the events that I had joined Team Sonic Gaming server, I was going through a really intensive breakup of 5 years. You know, breaking up with someone of 5 years. They were gonna propose to me within the same year, and I was on the fence. I was in a dark mental state about it for a while. Jax knew of this. Jax took advantage of me. They took advantage of the fact of how vulnerable I was. They told me, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a chance." You know, they were hyping me up and all that stuff, this and that. And unfortunately, because of that, I was easily like molded into saying some stuff that I wish I would have never stated anywhere, anywhere or anything, even if it was a joke. You know, uh, even if it was a joke. That's why after I posted the initial doc against TSG, that's why I've stated that I have written some things that I wish that I could like go back in time and not state. Like the very fact that I did indeed write like stuff like the Id word, the F slur and the T slur to someone else within that private group, but not that this would excuse my actions, not that this would like reverse anything. They encouraged it. They encouraged this said behavior. They encouraged this environment. And Jax, in his own words, tried to justify the fact that I can say these kind of words for my Mexican heritage. And even though I am bi, I am a part of the LGBT community, it does not excuse the fact that I have stated these words. And I know for a fact that they have this evidence. I know they have this evidence against me. And I knew of the risk of what would happen if I were to come out against them. But regardless, I did say those words, and I'm sorry. I haven't like repeated these actions ever since then. And in fact, I wanted to leave on my own terms. I wanted to like leave peacefully and then been able to call them out. But things got difficult. I was banned. I was silenced. I was threatened. And now they forced my hand by coming out with their statement, their public statement. And mind y'all, this statement did not include all the major reasons why I even wanted to come out against them in the first place. I touched upon this statement yesterday. I did show their public statement yesterday. But I didn't want to go into full detail about everything until now because I didn't have the full document that I was ready to like present until now. But yeah, first things first. Mac, would you like to introduce yourself? Give them a bit of time. Hey, Beck. Wait. Mac here is someone of like they've been in this private server and stuff. Hello, everybody. Hold on. You might be a bit busy. In the meantime, hello. Hi. Oh my god, a lot of you guys are pulling up today. Yeah, this is something really serious. Hold on. Oh, hold on, they're doing something right now. In the meantime, let me pull up Team Sonic Gaming public statement so I can have that. Hello. What happened? TSG happened. Let me show you guys a bit of that. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Open link. Hold on, let me pull up the open link. What happened, bro? What did not happen is the better question. All right. So Team Sonic Gaming, to give it a bit of a context, they are a YouTube channel that primarily focuses on Sonic and Shadow content. They started out last year. They recently have gained over 30,000 subscribers. Uh, and I used to work for them. I used to like voice act for their Surge, aka being this model. This used to be of I paid for this model fully. I paid $150 to their channel artist at the time. I designed this model. I designed this Surge model, everything. And everything is within my legal right to keep on using this model. So the reason why I have to bring forth all this publicly today is because they kind of forced my hand and releasing this document. Well, not document, this public statement in their public Discord server, and they're trying to frame me as being the reason that TSG or Team Sonic Gaming is gonna be no more. You know?
I'm
And
back. Sorry for being gone.
nah, you good. Anyways, Uguay or Mac, would you like to introduce yourself to the stream?
Hello, everybody. My name is Uguay. I've known TSG for a very long time. I had very personal relationships with Anthony and Jax. Um, I'm here to help keep Lua on track A, because they can ramble just a little bit.
Yeah.
I say that lovingly.
Yes.
And B, elaborate on some of the things that have happened.
Yeah. So
It's not necessarily ending. However, there are a lot of issues with the current staff.
would you like to help explain some of these issues?
Okay. Let me lock in.
Okay.
When I first interacted with Jax, it was immediately apparent that he enjoys the attention being on himself. And as a content creator, that's very common. That's like, oh, content creators, like people like looking at them, whatever. But then it became more than just the attention being on him. It was him having control of situations. For those that were in the early days, I don't know if this is something that still like happens, but is anybody here familiar with Ban God Shadow?
Vanguard Shadow, is that a user or is that like a
No, that was Jax's name in the server for a while, because whenever people mildly misbehaved, he would threaten to ban them so they could never come back to a place that he was preaching was open for acceptance, a place of kindness.
I wasn't even aware of that.
It was a
Truthfully.
huge thing for a while.
Oh yeah, he did preach about the fact that he would run the server, and if anyone were to disagree with him, he would like ban them,
He would ban them.
Yeah, he would ban them. Yes, I do remember that. So,
That's just the surface. He has confided into me multiple times that he does not like Sonic the Hedgehog. He does not actually give a single shit about Sonic. I have met up with this man. I have met this man in person. I have seen his face. I have looked him dead in the eyes. He has told me to my face he doesn't care about Sonic and that he's doing it for money.
oh my, yeah.
I have a picture of me with him.
If you would like to pull up the picture, that's completely up to you. Since we
I'm
already...
gonna send it.
Oh.
I'm gonna send it to you.
All right. Okay.
Let me get it. Wait, has he already done a face reveal?
Yes, he has already
Okay.
publicly done a face reveal on his channel. So anything of this won't be like, any
Okay. Be-
surprising. Alrighty, as
oh,
for
and Lauren was there.
I'm just gonna focus on Jax and you since we don't have respectfully in respects to his fiance, we're not gonna share that. Something of respect. Something that you're
I can
supposed to.
also share the location of the place we got food if people are
No,
like,
that's
"Oh
all.
no, they're legitimate."
No, that's all right. I think this is enough. Let me pull it up on stream for those of you who are wanting to see. This is the reason why we are doing this is to show of the fact that what Uwe is gonna state here is 100% true. And here y'all go. This is Uwe, that's Jax themselves. They have met each other in person.
I also have text messages of us preparing to meet up.
I think that's all right. We don't. If that's required, we would show them. But as of right now, oh, they're good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's a little old. I met up with him last year in July, late June. It's I look very different now. I don't have the same I don't really have the same appearance. My hair is a lot shorter and I have different glasses.
Yeah. Anyways, to get on with this, I mean, I've already publicly stated the doc publicly as to like my disdain for TSG and like basically addressing the fact that this wasn't ever supposed to be made for malice intent, but rather to let people be known of how Jax's true nature is, of how Jax truly treats his VAs, how he treats his staff, a very clear favoritism, and of how I wasn't able to like show you guys or come forward with you guys with any of this sooner for the fact that I was being threatened, and I know that I was being threatened, that if I were to come forward about this, that Jax would try to have stuff against me and everything. And would you and for one of these and for this, especially Uwe, since you were there, would you like to explain to them why I would have stated or said these words that I deeply regretted? You know, give them a bit of a moment. Yeah, the Wanner, they let me go. They banned
Let you
me.
go. That's such a gentle description of it. They forced you out because they knew that you'd be a threat.
Yeah. Would you like to discuss a bit of like how they encourage like malice behavior within the private server?
Oh
And
yeah. So first off, oh my gosh, wait, do you still have the screenshot of the rules from the server?
unfortunately, I don't.
I think I sent it to you.
You did?
I did send it to you. Um,
I'll check
so
while you talk about it.
in the private server, this was exclusively for the inner circle. Some of the main rules were that anything that was said in that server was kept in that server, no exceptions. That rule was frequently broken by Jax because he would share things that were
Oh, I
said
know
in
what
the
you're talking about.
server.
Yeah. I know what
Mhm.
you're talking about. I will pull it up in a bit.
He would share things that were said in the server to other people that he knew that were not in the server. Um, that he just, I don't know. Me. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I need to log in.
Yeah, he made. Yeah.
Jax would say things that would insinuate that no matter what people said in the server, it wouldn't get out, and then downplay the severity of bigotry and slurs, and would encourage other people to say things that they didn't necessarily mean and threaten to kick them on account of being afraid or something. Yes, that is it.
Yeah. I'll show it on the screen in a minute while you talk about it.
It would say, "Oh yeah, I'll kick you for being a pussy because like you're not allowed to be a pussy in this server."
Oh, sorry.
That was actually also a rule not to be. Is like the server isn't for pussies.
Yeah, it was actually a rule. We'll show that in a bit here. Full screen it so you guys can fully see what we're talking about. Oh, yeah, right there. Hopefully Jax is it in Slasher server. Oh, don't y'all worry. Anyways.
Oh, also. Oh, you talk.
Sorry,
I've had
yeah, this is just this screenshot right here is to like prove the fact that A, Jax was the owner of said private server. B, all these rules that he talked about, and yet he kind of broke on his own accord, and he's tried to make it out to be I'm the only one that's doing this when he legitimately has screenshots of everyone in the server, mind you, not just me. Other people that have tried to speak out against him before, which they will not be named of respect. This isn't just a situation of me, but I'm being a voice to those who can't right now. Because a lot of people are afraid to speak out, and it's because of this person. Would you like to go ahead, Oogly?
Something that, when I read over the document, you mentioned was was Jax like pulling people in, making them more likely to come to him for attention and stuff. Can you elaborate what your experience with that was like? Because I think that can contribute heavily to how willing people were to doing things that they wouldn't normally do. It's appeasing somebody out of fear, admiration, infatuation.
So that part of the document is heavily like in reference to the fact that I was already in a dark, depressive state mentally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And physically. Physically being my health, outside and inside was not doing the best. I was I don't like to mention this. I was internally bleeding from my colon for quite a while. And it didn't help of the fact that I was also going through an extreme breakup. And Jax reassured me. He told me everything was gonna be okay. In fact, you should break up with that person. And just know, Lua, you'll be in a safe space. Just know that you'll be able to come to us about anything. Just know that you'll be the best Surge voice actor, and I promise you, one day in the future you'll be involved in the channel even further, even potential payment, after I teach you how to edit and stuff and everything. And I just blindly, obliged to it. And he even hyped me up to get into voice acting in the first place. He even was like, all right, so you gotta get your Blue Yeti mic set up. It costs $100. I'm like, damn, okay. I didn't have a job at the time, so I literally had to scrape up money for that mic. And then he told me, yeah, I know that you're able to draw your own renders and such, but it's better for the channel if it's everything to be really consistent and concise. And I never disagreed. I never disagreed with the price that the artist, was charging me. So I paid my dues of this model that you guys are seeing here to this day. I designed the model and everything. And then we started recording. My first appearance. Let me pull it up real quick. My first appearance, for those of you who aren't necessarily aware of, was the repo video. I'm not gonna play it, but this was my first public appearance on here, on their channel right here. Even after them kicking me out, he still stated that they will let these videos be up on their channel, which is something that's personally a bit weird to me. Like, why would you have like evidence that I've been a part of your channel's history when you have banned, you have kicked me, you have silenced me, you have silenced my fans. And the very fact a bunch of my fans, put their time and effort, they spent hours out of their day, they posted fan art on my TikTok. Hey Surge, I love your art. No, yeah, I love your art. I love your voice. I drew this for you. And I literally have kept every single fan art on my computer. And I thank God every day that I did. Because if I haven't, all my fans' work would have been down the drain. And that's something that angered me even more. Angered me even more than the fact that they banned me. I don't care about that now. I care about the fact that they didn't even give my fans, any kind of closure, any kind of reasoning. They didn't even delete these videos from their own channel. Everyone was left in the dark, and I felt guilty. I felt so bad for weeks, for months. Like I barely was even motivated to even live stream because this very model is what got me into voice acting. But at the same time, this very model has caused a lot of issues. It's caused a lot of problems. It's caused a lot of headache. And I don't want to be associated with them. I don't want to keep helping pushing their narrative that they're just in this for the money. They're just doing the Sonato stuff for the money. I love Sonato. I love the Sonic community. I want to do what's best for the community. That's why I was always, in the public server. I was always present. I always tried to be the voice of reason for everyone. Even if you've donated just 1 cent, or you just are able to or just watch their video, I wanted everyone to feel like they were a part of something. Because I knew what Jax was trying to do the whole time. I knew that he just saw all this as a money-making opportunity. And I was going to leave on my own terms. I was wanting to state all this. But I couldn't.
My favorite dinosaur is the Postosuchus, by the way.
Yes.
For the person that asked in chat.
And he doesn't even ship Sonato, which is... Well, He doesn't. He
actually hates it. He genuinely hates it.
Yeah, he just likes Shad AB more. Which, that isn't a problem. I don't care who you ship. It's just, it makes it out to be a problem when you're lying to your fans. When you're lying to everyone. Especially to all your donators. All your, everyone that gives their free labor to you. But no. I'm not staying for that anymore. And that's why I prefer to come out about this now. That's why I prefer to own up to my own mistakes with the things that I have stated or said within this public server. This private server. See, I'm already stumbling. This private server. And unlike him, I'm able to own up to my mistakes. I'm able to address stuff that is serious. Stuff that actually matters. Instead of trying to deflect everything and try to use my situation, as a scapegoat. Tell me why they weren't able to address any of this. They weren't able to address the fact that they just willingly call each other slurs. Behind closed doors. To someone...
They're also only targeting you. There are other people who have come out against TSG, and you're the only one they keep dragging back.
I'm the only one they keep dragging back because they know I have an audience. They know I have a voice and such. Hi, Tanuki.
Hello.
We are in the middle of calling out TSG, in case you're aware.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you good. Sorry, one. This is another good friend of mine. They could also validate that I would not be doing any of this for a lie. I wouldn't be risking my career. I wouldn't have given up the opportunity to potentially make thousands or hundreds of dollars by being associated with them. Because I know, a lot of people donate to them. And that's great. It's great that they have, a lot of support. But they're using the support for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt so guilty. I literally cried in calls where I confessed to my friends such as Tanuki and others of the things that I have stated or said within this private server, and why it took me so long for me to even come out about it. Like, I don't like the very fact that I was almost okay with joking about saying, I don't know, just writing out the N-word once, or like, you know, even if it was a joke, even if Star had, you know, bullied me into calling them like the F slur or the T, you know, the word against, you know, trans people, they encouraged that behavior to be for weeks, for months, and they're trying to make me to be the bad guy. They're trying to make me out to be someone that's trying to destroy their community when they have already done it themselves. And they expected for me and a bunch of others to stay silent about this. They expect for you guys to just blindly accept this public statement of theirs, to just believe that I'm just out to destroy them, that I'm doing this out of malice intent.
Which is not the case.
Yeah. Like, and again, I'm able to own up to my mistakes. I don't care if I had to blast everywhere on Twitter that I have said, you know, written out the N-word, you know. Even if it wasn't the hard R. It was made in a joking manner against someone else within the server. But they heavily encouraged that behavior.
Yeah.
Anyway, would you like to explain more of that?
I think that addressing how easy it is for members of the staff to do things that are bad is like stalking and monitoring.
Oh yeah.
I think that we should address the stalking. The
Yeah,
stalking is
we
important.
should. Yeah, we should address the stalking. I put a bit about it in the doc where I'm not gonna name these names out of respect for especially for those of you who are a part of this. I'm not gonna address the names, but this was a situation that happened within Willow's server, and I was just voice chatting with two other users. I was discussing them about you know, we were just discussing things that were currently happening over at TSG. This wasn't even malice scenes or anything. And I've had her like, while I was not in like talks with Jax while we were like in the height of the beef and everything, I had heard of the fact that his fiance Lauren did go into the hospital. I have heard that he himself went to the hospital himself, and that's the only reason why I even wanted to have updates. You know, they were coming up to me, they were telling me a bit about that information, and I'm not a monster. Just because I have beef with someone doesn't mean I'm not just gonna not care. In fact, I did even donate a bit to their livestream the other day, because I'm just like, okay, while this person did a lot of bad stuff, you know, they said a lot of bad stuff behind scenes, they've gone to the hospital for something extremely serious, and, you know, and I wanted to make sure that they were okay, you know? Like, I would never wish malice intent upon anyone, even if they have wronged me. But regardless, Star here, Star and Very, these two moderators were involved in this, where they have taken pictures of the private VC call within Willow server that their conversation, which is something that's extremely weird. Why would two moderators of a completely different server be doing this kind of stuff is beyond me. And they went to try to drag Willow into this, when he has nothing to do with this. He has nothing to do with this drama. He has nothing to do with this. And yet they try to bring him into this. And not just me. They stalked these other two individual users as well. They went up to their DMs, and that's what this is talking about, where they left the TSG server and they literally stalked them. Like, they literally stalked and seen, why did you leave? What was your intentions with Lua during this? What was this? They were trying to interrogate these innocent people, trying to drag them into stuff that they don't want to be a part of. I don't want them to be a part of this. But no, they tried to drag them into this. They're trying to drag other people into this situation. And Jax has been notoriously like trying to drag people into Willow, into trying to get him to go against Speed and stuff. When he has no involvement. He has stated multiple times that he is not involved in any of this. So yeah. And while we can't show screenshots of this other situation that has happened out of the respect for the minor, I can talk about the fact that Jax has pressed a minor who did leave the TSG server out of their own accord because they no longer felt comfortable working with Jax. And what did Jax do? He went behind closed doors. He talked with this kid's mother. This is a 25-minute recording, but yet, out of respect for the kid, I did not want to blast her name publicly or anywhere. They have given me permission to like view the video. They have given me permission, to view the video for my own like viewing experience and stuff. I have all the evidence, but again, out of respect,
unless we were to get express permission now with the circumstances, we can't show it. But the evidence does exist. We just need to get permission to show it.
This recording involves 3 people and involves Jax. Obviously, it involves the kid. It involves the other person who, thankfully, without this hero of a person, we wouldn't have been known about the situation. They stood up to Jax. They got Jax into this call with said kid. Instead of letting this kid be alone, and mind you guys, this kid at this time was 16 years old. Jax was 25 years old at the time. He did not need to be pressing this kid to have to be in a VC call with them.
And trying to override this child's mother. Interrupting this child's mother who was trying to defend her kid, trying to defend her child. And Jax was interrupting her, saying that she was being illogical and that she didn't know what she was talking about.
It escalated to the point where this kid was crying. They were begging Jax to stop pressing them about this. And what did Jax do? He just kept at it. He showed no remorse. And all he cared about was getting information out of this innocent kid. We have the evidence. I have it. I have it saved on my computer. It's just out of respect, because this kid is still 17. They are still a minor. We are not going to release this at this moment.
We would have to have a lengthy conversation with the kid and their mother.
Yeah, because it also involves the mother of this kid as well. And this is of something that Jax have tried to keep from us. This is something even of Jax's moderators probably do not know of at all. Because
if they did know, they'd kick his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was praying, after seeing this video, I was praying that he would change his ways and stuff. But, he didn't. So, these other people that will not be named, they have hold on. These other people that will not be named, they have...
Lua, are you recording the live?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank goodness.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I just got permission from someone who was involved in this document to mention their name. So, guys, I will put the screenshots right here. He just gave me permission to say this on live, which is insane. Alright, so anyways, so there is one person within, this is another person that was in this private server and stuff. He was invited to join this year when, you know, he recently turned 18, and this person is named Will-O-Wisp. And Jax had, in one of the first interactions he had with Will-O-Wisp, he called him the N-word, the hard R. And here in these screenshots, Willow has confronted him recently. And why did he call him the N-word? And Jax's own words and his own defense, he told Willow, "You have said worse." And that was Jax's excuse for calling Will-O-Wisp the N-word. And I did not want to blast Willow's name on this document or anywhere, because out of respect for him, out of respect for anyone that does not want their name to be mentioned, I did not want to, like, you know, drag anyone in this, but I just had confirmation from him that I was able to talk about this right now. Yeah, it was the hard R. Jax literally called Will-O-Wisp the hard R. Literally within one of the first interactions that they had, which is insane. I don't know what gave Jax the motivation. I don't know what gave Jax, like, any sort of, like, thought process to, like, invite Willow into his server and then call him the hard R and expect for him to be silent about this. Jax is also white because of the face. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, he already revealed himself. He already revealed himself as to what he looks like. Yeah. I'm only showing this because this is already public knowledge. What about Anthony?
I have Anthony photos. Do you want Anthony photos?
Oh. Anthony photos? Yeah, we can bring them up. Hell, yeah.
Has Anthony done a face reveal?
Technically, he has a TikTok. He has been public about what he looks like on his TikTok. Oh, he has. Everyone's saying that he has. He has.
Okay, cool.
Is Anthony a good guy at least?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh,
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Talk about what?
Whether or not Anthony is a good guy.
Oh.
I have a deep personal relationship with them. Not necessarily with Jax, but
That's okay.
I don't want to say anything about Anthony right now.
That's okay, that's respectful.
Please, I need everybody, listen to me. Listen to me. Please. Don't go spreading this. I need you to. I need you to. Even a mention of it. It means so much to me. It's my personal life, but I want you all to know that Anthony is not necessarily who you think he is.
Wait, Uguay and DM.
Yeah.
This is being live recorded right now. Before you continue any further. Just wanted to make sure of that. Okay? You can go ahead if you want to.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want people to know he's not necessarily who you think he is. And be careful, okay?
Yeah. Anthony is a subject that I personally don't want to bring up much about. Within my personal experience, I can say he isn't what you guys have him out to be. He is as much of a influence as Jax is. Jax is just more public about it. He has his own problems, he has his own issues and such.
Oh, also, in the TSG server, I'm gonna do a little bit of a backup.
Okay.
I was originally known as the family therapist Uguay. some of you have been in VC, you may have seen me. Um, and the reason that is because I'm a student of psychology. Whenever I talked to Anthony or Jax, Anthony, open book, says he's completely all right with people reading his emotions. And the reason that is because he likes people paying attention to him in the sense where he wants to make them feel good. He wants to be the reason that other people feel good. Jax likes it because he likes picking your brain. He likes getting inside your head, knowing what makes you tick. I know that sounds like mastermindish, and it kind of is, but he's really bad at it. Like, really, really bad at it. He thinks that he's, like, hot shit, but Lord.
It's okay, Uwe.
Okay. Where was I going with this? Dude, where's my water? Bro, my water!
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot that's being stated, you know. And if anyone,
Getting my water.
I have stated this, if anyone wants to come forward with their experience, you can. I mean, AK, again, this is a space to express your experiences with them. You know, I want to be the voice for those who can't be here right now, for those who are threatened into silence, for those who, you know, don't have a platform. And I want to give them a platform because I do not stand for this. I do not stand for their lies. I do not stand for the very fact that they just been manipulating their community for about a year.
I have a story.
I have a story. Wait. Before we get into anything else, hello there, Onyx.
I'm actually really nervous about this because I've been very silent.
Hey, Onyx,
and
before we start, you want to put your Discord reactive so the audience can very easy. No, actually, never mind. I could do that. You continue.
I've been super quiet about this because I never wanted to be involved, and I was unfortunately pulled in.
Hold on, I'll let the chat be able to see who they're talking.
You're good.
Yeah. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. All right, there. We have.
Guys, I promise I have a Sprite. It's just not set up.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not a cube.
You're not a cube. Anyways, there you are. There you are, Onyx. Would you like to share your story?
Yeah, so I used to be a helper in TSG, and I got to experience a lot of Jax's behavior firsthand. Not everything, but a lot of it. I've witnessed his racist jokes and behaviors, his transphobia, and his homophobia. Yeah. There was a lot of jokes directed at me that were very transphobic. He would make transformer jokes toward me anytime I mentioned I was trans and mentioned my pronouns. And he has also been very open about disliking pansexual people. He said it in the server multiple times before where he's made a really weird joke toward pansexual people, such as like quote unquote banning them or filing a restraining order against them.
He's just mad because even pansexual people wouldn't like him.
Yeah. He's also been open about disliking Jews. I have mentioned I have been I'm very much like I'm an open book when it comes to my support of like sorry. This is really hard to talk about, but my words are fumbling. But I am Ashkenazi Jewish, and he has made an inappropriate joke toward me about me being in hiding still. It's a lot of these things I just put on the back burner at the time because I was like, okay, just give him the benefit of the doubt. But looking back on it now, when a lot of this stuff comes out, I'm realizing just how horrible it is. My dog's snoring, my bad.
No, you're good.
He's also tried to pin me against a friend of mine, which I will not be mentioning their name out of respect, and to not pull them into this because I know they do not want to be pulled into this.
Yeah, out of respect for anyone that doesn't want to be involved.
But he said some pretty disrespectful things toward them, to me in private DMs, unprompted. He's just Jax is not who you think he is, and it's sad, but it's the truth, unfortunately. And that is my side of things.
Thank you, Onyx. I appreciate you coming here with us, genuinely.
Yeah.
It feels less alone knowing that other people actually experience the same thing. I feel a little bit less crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I've still lost my marbles, but at least there's one rolling around in there.
It's okay, me too. I'm the same fucking way.
I just realized we have over 60. I'm not saying that number. Viewers. Seriously.
If you guys could see my hands right now, if you guys could see my hands.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? What happened?
6'7". Oh, 6'8".
Bro.
6'9", 6'9",
Bro.
6'9", 6'9". Oh, 6'8".
Lua, we are getting messages in the group chat, by the way. I think Matina wants to come forward.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Tell everyone, again, anyone who wants to come forward, they are free to do so. I don't know if my moderators wants to pin my Discord server. If anyone wants to come forward about their experience, I want to give anyone a platform.
Also, Lua, I have somebody requesting that I speak for them.
Okay. You can start with that first while I drag the other person who wants to be a part of this in here.
Alright, so this is more than just a single person. This is a collection of people who requested that I talk about how physical currency based TSG is. Not just money. I mean, holding people to the value that they have as something that can produce art. There have been plenty of artists who have been used exclusively for what they create. I mean, like, there's gorgeous fan art of TSG I've seen, and not a single ounce of recognition from the staff. Like, what was that one game? Baby Blue on the Move?
Yes.
Is anybody even familiar with that? Like, it's a whole game made around TSG, and the creator, like, they blocked the creator from being able to share it with people.
I am very aware of them. They made an announcement a long while back about that said person that made the game.
Yeah. I wonder if what they said wasn't true.
Hmm.
Thinking monkey image.
Can you not grunt into the mic, please, Gimli?
Oh my gosh, puppy.
Yeah. Golden retriever.
Oh, I love dogs.
Alright, there's someone that's requesting to be pulled in here because they want to share their own experience with, them.
All right,
I
let him in.
will drag them in right now. Please everyone welcome, Nightwing. Alrighty, Nightwing,
Hello. Hi.
you are on the stage right now. You are being broadcasted live on
Yep.
TikTok. I would like to,
No.
inform you of this before you speak of anything that you would have.
Alright.
So you told me that you wanted to come up today because you want to share your experience with TSG. What is that about?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I have like a lot of experience, only a little bit, but it's still good enough anyways.
Mhm.
I've met Jax about like last year, basically, about like just a few months ago. Only like just talked to him a bit in a different VC and a different stream or whatever. And at first I was like, okay, this guy's like a bit alright. And a part of me probably had a fishy feeling about him. I don't know, but recently hearing about what's going on, and especially to the guy, I think a part of me was right about having a fishy feeling about him, honestly. And honestly, just yeah, the experience. I don't know what to talk, man. Just yeah, my words are also fumbling, man. Just I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a crazy
Yeah,
situation indeed. This isn't
yeah,
something that I've wanted to like do for the longest time because the risk of like this
yep,
is a big channel. This is something that like
yep,
I have personally never handled before or
yeah,
anything.
makes
So
sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but no,
thank
yeah, it's
you.
alright.
Actually, thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thank you, and we'll see you
All right,
soon.
hope you'll do well.
Yeah. Hold on.
All right.
All right, guys. So the next person that wants to come up and tell their story is none other than Willow Wisp. Hello there, Willow. How you doing?
Hello?
Hello, Willow.
Oh, hi. Sorry if I sound a little bit unserious. I'm currently stuck in the middle of London on an average Will-O-Wisp side quest. But,
Oh God.
yeah, just so that nobody thinks there's any, like, shed shyster going on, or, like, Jax did, deadass call me the N-word. There was also other times where he said pretty concerning things, like, after our first collab, uh, Virtue also heard this, by the way. Um, he said that I couldn't be R-worded, black, and British. I had to quote pick a struggle, and yeah, there was multiple times where him and like a few other TSG members would call me the N-word, but that's when I kind of started my distancing. So sorry if it sounds a bit like you know, uh, like I don't know a lot, but it's like I stopped paying attention after all that happened. I initially did want to be closer to them, but like after that stuff happened, I'm like, yeah, hell no. Hope this helps, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, and as he quickly he came, he left. But yeah, there you guys have it. Um, there's some experiences, and we will be having more people that are joining in. Okay. Oh, actually, in fact, hold on. Hold on. Let me invite them to the server real quick. We'll have. Hold on. Give me a moment, chat. You guys can discuss a bit of more y'all's experience while I do this. Wow, we're having a lot of guest stuff here today, are we? Hold on. Deadass. Golden. Wait. I know, right? It's so crazy. Who goes there? Oh, there you go. Hello there, Flo. I know. Yeah, I know that we had a bit of a misunderstanding and stuff.
It's the snitch, yo. Okay, so
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen.
no, you're fine. dude,
Listen.
we
We
got time.
cleared that up, everyone. Yeah, it was a bit of a height of the moment and everything. You know.
Right, look, yeah, I'm just here to like further solidify my stance again. I'm completely very much not involved. I don't have a lot to really speak on necessarily. I can say for certain, and we're speaking about Jax here, so this is where I stand. Jax has said very ignorant claims, and I can understand why this is all coming out because those consequences, those are consequences of actions. And I can speak on one in that when I guess the first time I had ever spoke to him, he came on my live for the first time ever.
Yeah.
The first thing it ever said to me was a
Golden.
joke on my PNG itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the skin color of my Sonic Sona, that it was dark skin because I am black. And he had made a comment about it saying, "Oh, now I don't think I want to stream with you anymore." And it's only been like little small things like that he has said to me, like regarding my skin. But
Oh my God.
you know, yeah, that's all I can really say on that. I fully in support of if people see something, they should say something. I support this document. That's all.
Yeah, it again, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding of yesterday, especially for those of you who were here yesterday. You know, like
Yeah.
a lot of people were snitching, you know. I was like, who can't I trust? Because this is
I
something
do
really
not blame you for the paranoia. I don't blame you. For
yeah, because considering that, you know, I'm going up against a channel such as this, which is over 30K subscribers, you know, and me
Which
and-
is another reason it's difficult to speak up about this.
Never changed teams. It was never a part of a team, bro.
Exactly.
yeah, so yeah, guys, we chill.
Yeah, we're chill. That's all right. See you
We
later,
chill.
guys. Good luck. Good
Bye,
job.
Flo.
Bye.
Thank you so much for stepping up.
Yeah, of course.
Alrighty. So yeah, so if anyone else wants to come up and speak on their experience, they can right now. Oh, wait. Alright. Wait. Oh, hi,
Dragon
Bettina. Wait, Bettina.
I actually have another thing to say / mention.
Mention Diva.
Mention go away.
So there had been a situation where Jax had gone into a group chat we had at the time with him, where he was complaining about the minor that you guys were talking about earlier. That was 16 at the time.
Oh, my bad.
He was complaining about them, and then throughout that entire conversation toward the end, he mentioned that he's not going to ban somebody with no proof of them being a groomer / pedophile. So
They have their dog in the background for those of you who are really wondering about what that noise is.
Yeah,
Anyways,
my
continue.
It sounds like you're fetching water. Bro,
There's a
are you out on the
big puddle next to
prairie?
me. No. I live out in the sticks. There's like a big puddle next to me that she's digging through.
Hello, Coco Sweet Pea. Sorry for interrupting. Continue.
Hello, Coco! And we are discussing this while we wait for the other viewer who wants to join in on this. We're just waiting for them to join the server so we can, you know, get them set up.
Please continue, Onyx.
Mhm.
So, the thing is just it boggled my mind that he wouldn't take action against a possible pedophile slash groomer, despite there being multiple tickets made about this person. Excuse my dog. My God. And this isn't the first time he's done this either. There was another situation where another individual slash content creator had, there was proof of them drawing NSFW with minors, and he said that it was somebody's word against theirs, and there was no proof. There was proof, by the way. There was actual screenshot proof of this, and he just did not care.
I'm calling it now. He's probably a pedophile.
All right,
God, no.
let's not be throwing accusations like that. Let's only discuss stuff that's already been factually proven and
Guys,
stated.
guys, it was a joke. Guys, in game, guys, in game. Sorry, gang.
Oh my god, over 83 viewers. Oh, okay. Hey guys, so our next guest is gonna be Matina. For a bit of context, they used to donate a lot to the TSG community and server into Jax. And we'll drive them right now. Hello there, Matina. Before we get a bit started, let me put your reactive so people can have a bit of a visual of you. We have a lot of guests. Okay. There you go. There you go, Matina. You have the stage. Tell us your story.
Oh, sorry. Again, I'm just gonna say I'm currently at work now, so it's you might hear some background noises, and I just realized that my reinactive is that. But we ball, I guess. But I think the only thing I could say would just be like the donations that I've done. Like I've been TSG's like the one of TSG's biggest donators for a while, and I did remember that they made a statement in the TSG server. I've been notified about it because I'm not in the server anymore. No duh. But one of them was them like us accusing them for scamming the TS. Sorry, this is a lot. But hold up, sorry, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So one of the Ko-Fi goals that I've done, it was the Sonic and Shadow hand-holding, which was done in May 6th, 2025, which was last year. And if I don't know, Lua, if you want to show it, but I did send like proof of the amount of money that I sent. And
I will look for that and show it while you talk about it. Okay.
Okay. So on that Ko-Fi, I sent basically half of what that goal was. So the goal was like 1,000, and I sent 500. But since I'm from New Zealand, so the actual money that I sent was around like 800. So that goal was completed, but we haven't got like the Sonic and Shadow hand holding at all. And oh, sorry. Oh, my heart beating. Oh.
I know. Like, this is a lot. The very fact that we're even making it this far is, yeah. Like, I never expected for this amount of support and voices to have been heard today. Like, I seriously appreciate everyone who...
Would you like to do some breathing exercises?
Yeah.
I think,
We can do some breathing exercises.
Maybe for now. maybe I'll do some because it's kind of a bit overwhelming a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh,
But I
your
do
chest.
want to talk about. Yeah, but I really do want to talk about like the donations that they've done and like how outrageous the goal is, because most of the goals that they've done is like literally like 1,500. And it's usually for renders, and dude, those renders they don't cost that much. Like I would say like 500 would make sense, but if you like had to do 1,500, then that's just, I'm sorry, but that's just really stupid. But even if it's like for like the staff members to get money, they didn't like say anything in their description that like most of the money goes to their staff members as well. So it kind of just like, you know, everyone is just scratching their head like, where is this money actually going to?
Yeah.
Where is this money actually going?
Y'all can keep talking. I'm currently looking for the thing that Matina's.
Yeah, like Martinez has said, they have never once clarified where a lot of the money goes besides like the renders.
Oh, here.
They never say if it goes to rent, they never say if it goes to the VAs or the staff. They never specify that. It is just very vague.
The distribution, as far as I'm aware of who gets what, is also very skewed. I think that Jax exclusively is in charge of YouTube, and Anthony is in charge of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to pull up.
And it's also, oh yeah, nice.
Refund all the donators, and you know, I'm just saying this out there. Just saying this, not encouraging anyone to do anything. But Ko-Fi actually has a rule against misleading their users. If, like, let's just say I promised you guys a drawing of a dog, and let's just say the Ko-Fi goal was $300, right? And whenever that Ko-Fi goal was met, I was like, I never updated you guys when the dog drawing is gonna come out or never anything. That's against their rules, and that is good enough grounds to I don't know, just
get them banned, I suppose.
All right,
Yeah,
and
just
here's the
back.
screenshot. And while you guys do this, I do have other people.
So yeah, like technically in the screenshot, as you can see, like I took screenshots of like the Ko-Fi's name and the amount it was, and that it was completed on that day, and the day that it was made, which was like May 7th. Sorry, I think it was May. Oh God, days are complicated. But and the amount in that white screenshot is the amount of money that I sent to that goal specifically. And not once that they've like updated or say any or said anything about the Ko-Fi, like that goal specifically. They only announced it on their statement, but they didn't. I don't know. From what I saw in that statement, there was no apology.
It was a
like,
sorry
you know, hey,
excuse.
yeah, like, oh, I'm sorry for like not keeping you guys updated. I will let you guys know, or you know, I'll do that. You know.
Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah, I'll keep that noted. Thank you, Golden. I'm not just letting anyone join in on this live. I'm only letting people that already had you know, come up to me with proof, with evidence about any of this, and you know, basically anyone that's, you know, had already presented evidence to me beforehand, and they are just now deciding to come forward, like, you know, what Willow did earlier. That is something that I did not even mention to the public eye until he himself went in here and gave me the approval of doing that. But thank you. But yeah, alrighty, So we have. So we're gonna let on right now. Hold on. Oh, someone wants me to mention their experience. Out of respect for them, I'm not gonna mention their name, but they have DM me. Okay. Okay. I remember when I was streaming art in BC alone. I was 16, about to turn 17. I remember I remember a little about Jack saying some inappropriate things and like saying some stuff to me, even though I told him to stop and please don't say things like that. When he knew I was a minor and stuff, it really made me uncomfortable, and so that's why I left the server of TSG. Jax, I wouldn't say he was the sexiest to me that much. He would say every inappropriate things to me, and he would call me the N-word a couple of times when I was in VC alone or whatever. I always shrugged it off a little just because I really did like and supported them a lot. And I think Jax hold on, Onyx, hold on. I'm sorry, Onyx, I have to do this. Oh, okay. Okay. Where was I? I always shrugged it off a little just because I really did like and supported them a lot. And I think Jax just really just used that he really used that to his advantage or something. But I don't have any photo evidence of what he said in voice, but I just wanted to tell you to get it off of my chest. This is all things that had happened and BCs and stuff within the public server of TSG. Unfortunately, a lot of these events did happen in BC spaces. And, you know, it's really of you guys wanting to believe them and everything. And, oh yeah, I will like to declare right now, again, this document, everything that we're explaining here, this is all unfocused on Jax. Only Jax. Yes, there might be stuff of Anthony or other members of other, like, moderators within that Discord server, but please, please, please refrain from getting any of the voice actors that I have worked with in the past to drag them into this. They really wish not to be involved with this. In fact, a lot of the voice actors have already left the TSG server. As of right now, they have already left, you know them and everything. One of them has even DM'd me telling me, hey, don't mention me, but just know I left. And you know what? That's all that matters right now. Because I understand how it feels to be scared to, let your story be heard, especially in situations like this. And yeah. And I'd much rather have done all this stuff now rather than keep my voice, keep a lot of people's voices in the dark about all this, because I do not stand for their actions. And again, I would like to appreciate everyone who has come up so far. Again, for those of you in chat, please do not mention anyone else that we have not been discussing already. I'm only mentioning myself and anyone who is free to want to join in this live stream right now. So please do not bring don't bring other voice actors that have been on the channel without, if they want to share their story to me, if they want to come up here, my DMs are open. Like, they want to share their stories to me, they want to come out about this publicly, that's on their own accord. Please do not drag anyone that we haven't mentioned up here. So, who's the next guest?
Grave.
Yeah. Did you invite them to the server?
Yeah.
Okay. We are just waiting.
They should be joining a neighboring call right now.
Okay. Matina, if that's everything, or Onyx, if that's everything. Is that all you guys want to share for today?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys very, very much. I know this was extremely hard to do. I'll see you guys around, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay warm, by the way. I know that that storm is gonna be crazy. Alrighty. Goodbye. I'll let.
Bye.
Ding.
Alrighty, fellas. Our next guest on this live right now is Grave,
be.
and I shall drag them in right now.
Yeah,
Don't drag the other person in, by the way. Just Grave.
I can't drag.
Oh, my bad. Alrighty.
Hello.
I'm just having their PNG up here so you guys can, tell the differences to who's up here, who's not. Alrighty.
Fair. Hello. It's me. I'm Grave. I've been in TCG as well. I left like months ago maybe. I do have to mention things that does actually have proof. It's not just me like telling my own stories surrounding Jax. A few things that I've noticed with a couple of friends is when we checked their TikTok account, we saw that they were following Trump accounts, which is kind of heartbreaking for like, people that, are against him, and especially it's on an account that is a social account, like a business kind of thing. It's not like a personal account, like you do whatever you want on your personal thing, but everyone can see that. So we were like wondering like what the whole thing was with that, and we even asked like, hey, do you guys even know that you're following this and this? And basically they didn't really care about it, and they made fun of it in the server, and that was like really disappointing to see.
I did actually already put some of their screenshots here.
Mhm.
And the follow-up document on my Twitter. Unfortunately, the original document was made in a PDF file, which is why I wasn't able to just add on to it. So, like, if you guys want to follow along this document, it is up on my Twitter right now. And yeah, these are the screenshots that they're talking about, that their main TSG account was following these, and as much as I don't like talk about politics, I don't like to bring that into any account for these kind of situations, but the very fact that they bragged about following these accounts on their public server with a bunch of minors, and they express, even the owner himself, Jax, expressed multiple times how much of the fact that if you guys don't respect the fact that we're following, said political accounts, you're a pussy. And I will show that. I will show a bit of that just here. I'll even quote it for you guys right here, right now, in one of these screenshots. By Jax.
It's not even the bragging that is, like, actually scarring. It's the fact that it is the foundation of that organization is on the antithesis of what TSG is supposed to stand for.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, like Corn stated in the live stream right now. No, that's just a general rule in general. Don't have political views nor statements in any public space that you share with people. Not just Sonic communities, any community in general. Like, if you want to focus your brand, if you want to make a professional brand that you're able to employ people, give them benefits and stuff, you do not really typically share your political views as that. Okay, it's one thing to be like, okay, I voted for this person, and you're like, okay, questionable, but whatever. That's one thing. But another thing to brag about it and to talk about the fact that, hey, we're filtering out the people that don't agree with this, rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And the very fact that this has even been stated in, like, a public instance is insane to me. Like, I never was able to captivate at the time how insane that was until, after.
Exactly. I have something else to add too. I don't know if that's okay. Okay, this is not about the whole, like, him following Donald Trump situation, more so the inappropriate jokes he's been making a lot in the calls, which was like concerning to me and my whole friend group who were in TSG back then. He also got called out for it, for, I don't know if you guys know the clapping joke. It may seem very innocent, but it was really weird to a lot of people,
Oh
especially.
wait, that
I'm very
audio.
familiar with the clapping
Wait,
joke.
wait,
Yeah.
wait. I have those videos saved.
Peak.
Do you
Yeah.
do you guys think that I can share them right now? I just wasn't sure about that.
I mean, go for it. I
Okay.
guess.
Y'all talk about that.
It
Well,
would explain a bit more what the reasoning is and behind it, and like.
Alrighty. I just didn't want to share it in the document beforehand because again, some of this evidence is of people that I'm not 100% sure, nor did we get like 100% confirmation that we're even able to use this. So, okay. Alright, so I don't remember how these audios worked, so give me a second, guys, to... how do I do this? Just give me... I'm gonna give my viewers a second. I gotta listen to this firsthand before I make sure that it's the right audio. Okay, it's the other one. Hold on, I'm just checking the audios right now. Hold on. Or I'll play both of the audios. Screw it. I was originally just wanting to focus on one, but I'll play both of them. Hold on. Alright, let me just get everything ready. Alright, we're gonna listen to these audios. This is the first of the second audios.
Jax, hold on, Jax, gang. My brain hurts. I just got off. Don't do this to me.
You're not a mistake. I will be back.
Buddy, I know this. I know.
You're not a mistake.
Sweetie. Okay. What the fuck?
This is a public PC instance, by the way.
Wait, are you playing the audio?
I'm playing the audio right now.
Okay. Like, chill.
Just leave. I'm not in a gang.
How dare you curse me with that? I can't help it. It's gotten into my vocab. It's just a part of us.
Just pause before you say anything. Just think about your sentence and then say it.
I'm supposed to be thinking before I speak. I'm so mad. I don't even think my speech.
But you have to think twice, okay?
I don't think at all.
You don't think twice and it becomes silly.
Listen. My brain does not have that amount of brain power after the day I just went through. So gay. I give up.
It's breaking the sound barrier.
Jesus,
We can hear it. Can you hear?
3 years in, I don't know this motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'll stop doing jumping jacks. Sorry.
I just thought you were clapping.
Sorry, that's just what my cheeks sound like when I do jumping jacks. Yeah.
The clap of my ass cheeks.
Where's Sonic at? Bro, can you confirm, Anthony?
Yeah.
What?
Who forgot to give him his meds?
Grandpa, did you take your meds today?
Mom.
There's
Mom,
minors
don't
in the
tell
call,
EK
by
happy
the
birthday.
way. Yes, there's a confirmed minor in there, but I will not state their name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go tell EK happy birthday.
You deadbeat. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. What? I'm not a deadbeat. I'm like your mother, but we don't talk about that.
Damn.
Say that your non-biological mother.
Bro, they asked me if they could be my actual kid, okay? Gang. I'm like, I need to stop. I keep saying gang.
Okay. Gnarly. The song.
And that's the audio. So within that audio, I will only make mention of Jax. Jax was confirmed to be obviously in that audio. There was a confirmed minor that I personally know. They're 15 years old. They're 15 years old, and which is why I'm not stating anyone's names that was in that audio besides Jax. But Grave here can confirm the fact that yes, it is indeed Jax, and then yes, that was taken from the public server. That was taken from the public server. And you know, this is one of the things where they never really addressed upon when they made their public statement. In fact, they really avoided this. And instead, they chose to word this as misconceptions and assumptions made about our team. And in fact, I'll read this for you guys. Firstly, there are those who do not agree with the way we interact with our fans and the way, you know, that we're talking about, and the fact of how they interacted with the fans is like how we presented that audio with you guys. That's what they're talking about. So they're making mention right now that oh, you got the minor's age wrong? How old were they? I know they're a minor, but I wasn't like, I know they were like 15. 14?
Yeah.
Whoa! 14?
Yikes.
Oh, oh my god, someone pinned that comment. Yeah, so okay, we'll continue to read this, guys. Firstly,
So that's crazy.
This has never been our intention. No, but they were this like claiming we harass them or make them uncomfortable. What do you mean by this? So you're telling me it's so like what we heard from that audio, you telling me that it was okay for a minor that was present in the call to be hearing stuff that they should never be hearing from a 25-year-old man?
Fully developed brain, by the way.
Yes. So apparently that's a claim to them. Apparently that's something that we made up. So yeah.
The fact, can I just say something real quick? The fact when I was in a call with him and like a bunch of people, he would make the same joke again, and haha, first funny, he's just clapping because, you know, he's just making the joke. But then at some point he would say like, look guys, without my hands, and it was like really weird to listen and hear that. Even people in the chat were like, yo dude, maybe don't make such jokes because minors are in the chat or like in the call, and he's like, yeah, no, it's just innocent, I'm just clapping my hands. Like, no, you're literally saying the weirdest shit ever about how you're not using your hands and stuff.
You literally,
it made me even uncomfortable.
He literally explained within that audio, oh, that's just the sound of my butt cheeks. What do you mean? He doubled down on the fact that they even tried to excuse him. They're like, Jax, why are you doing the sound with your hands? And he's like, oh no. He doubled down. With the presence of a minor in a public space, mind you. And thank God that this was even recorded in the first place, because he thinks that he can get away with this kind of stuff, and he thinks that, like, I guess, apparently, it's just a claim to him. Apparently, this isn't something that should have been addressed in their public statement. And instead of addressing these really serious, you know, confrontations of what he has done, he chose to try to slander my name. He chose to direct the document towards me. He chose to make it seem like I was the sole reason that that TSG is falling apart right now. Even though this is a channel that he made. And this is a channel that he chose to run this way. I was there since the very beginning. I tried to tell Jax in so many instances that, hey, you shouldn't be saying this around minors. Hey, we should move these minors out of the VC if you're going to be saying these kind of jokes. You're going to be acting this way. But guess what he told me? This is how I run things. If they can't handle it, they shouldn't be in this space. I have made everyone aware of the said jokes. They have seen our channel, and they should know. But that doesn't matter, because the IP that they're representing is a children, like, believe it or not, whether or not they want to admit it, it is a children's IP. It's not adult oriented at all, like they claiming it to be. Why would they center their channel around, I don't know, Sonic and Shadow? Characters that, at the very most, in their game's history, has had a rated everyone rating?
And Jax recently, right before they started TSG, didn't he also get kicked from or quit from managing another YouTube channel? He was with the Dragon Ball
Gamer
creator.
Goku.
Gamer Goku, yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know much of his history with Gamer Goku. All that I know of, that he used to be a editor for them. Again, out of respect for them, they're not involved in any of this.
They're not, no.
No, we're just focusing on Jax today. But yeah.
I have like one more thing to mention, and then I'll just skedaddle.
Alrighty.
So I remember this artist joining the server. I think Onyx talked about this too, about this person, and Jax was promoting them, right? Being like, "Oh, say hi to this person," yada yada yada. But the one sentence that just weirded me out was, quote unquote, let me just say it out loud. Let me see.
You go ahead.
I have a screenshot of it. Him saying, quote unquote, they got some spicy drawings, wink emoji. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you should not say that in a server with lots of minors, in my opinion, but yeah. Maybe don't. There's a screenshot of it, so it is an actual thing. And, you know, spicy drawings could be anything, but if I think of that, I think of, you know, NSFW. At least
especially
close
if
to it.
there's winking and
Yeah, it's
innuendo.
exactly. That's really weird, but yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. Not to rush this any further or anything, but we do have more guests that are about to join in a minute. Again, thank you so much for coming up here and talking about
Yeah, no
all
problem.
these allegations and stuff, you know, helping confirm a lot of which is being said, what's being done. Yeah. I know the risk that came with doing all this right now. And I don't care about the risk. I don't care if people know of my past actions or the words that I have, you know, misused. Because I'd rather own up to my mistakes than to just run away with them, unlike people that we know. And instead of them themselves, Jax themselves addressing all these allegations, he chose to hide behind the walls. He chose to just let his moderators do his dirty work for him. And I will not name those moderators, as I know some of these moderators have already left TSG. Some of these voice actors are already leaving TSG at the moment. So again, please do not send any hate towards their way. And no, I'm not going to read any of the please, I will not read of any comments that make any mention of any said voice actors out of respect. Alrighty, so thank you so much for coming up here. Have
problem.
a great day, Grave, and please stay warm, as I know there's a really harsh winter storm approaching. And yeah.
Of course. Well, good luck, guys, with the rest of the stream.
Alright.
Bye!
Thank you! Alrighty, guys. Our next guests, one of them is really prominent on Twitter, and another of them is prominent in Willow's own server. So please welcome Courtney and Corn. Hello there. Hello there, Courtney. Hello there. Hi, Courtney. Hello there, Corn.
Hello.
Are we holding up? Hi.
It's a lie. You know, it's been a really busy day, a really busy stream. Let me just get y'all's profile pics so the audience can obviously see what you know, because it's a bit easier for everyone to keep track.
Sounds good.
But how you guys been?
Been okay for the
Yeah,
most part.
yeah, doing pretty well.
Is it okay if I pull up your Twitter, Courtney, so the audience would
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you guys to be able to know who they are. They're this person, for those of you who are not aware. Alrighty, so which one of you wants to go first?
Up to you. Corn, what do you think?
How it happened first, which was like you guys, Courtney.
Me? Okay, sure. I'll go first.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, I joined TSG around, I think, in July, and I had no idea that they knew who I was. So once Lua talked to me about everything, do you want to show the screenshot, Lua?
What screenshot?
The one that you're literally hovering on right now.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
So yeah, basically, Lua and another friend of mine, her name is Milk, was talking with me and Lua in Willow's server about the entire thing that was going down, and two of the mods in TSG noticed this, and one of them came forward to Lua, and basically, I guess, Lua, did you call it quote unquote stalking?
Yes.
Yeah. So they knew who me and Milk was, because if you guys don't know Milk, she's well known on TikTok. She makes animations and such. And so then you have me, who's quite well known in the Sonic Twitter community. So when one of Jax's moderators noticed this, they who did they go to? Who was that sent to, Lua? Screenshot?
They both were sent to Willow. Right? Hold on. I'm getting the better version of that screenshot right now, so I can pull it up on stream for you guys.
You're good.
Hold on. We're gonna... TSG is getting taken down. No, we're making people aware of everything. This isn't a takedown, this is more of making awareness. Alright, I'll pull up the screenshot. Would you like to reiterate what you were saying back there?
Yeah, so basically the context of the screenshot is it was sent to Willow, and it was basically one of Jax's team members and moderators, came forward to Willow's, pointing out that both me and Milk had left the server, and partially being worried about this because of how well known we are on our platforms. And also the fact that they had evidence of me, Milk, and Lua being in a VC call talking about this sort of thing. So it goes to show that they were keeping tabs on the people that leave TSG, especially those who are sort of well known in their community, and just being paranoid and constantly just noting Lua's whereabouts and who she is like communicating with and such. And on behalf of Milk and me, we did both get text messages after we left TSG's server by two different moderators on their team asking us for why we left and just overall if we were just unhappy with the server. So yeah, it was basically they were kind of just watching us the entire time. And mind you, me, Lua, and Milk were talked about this a little bit for a good few days. So we were in that VC a lot. So they were just like probably just watching because a lot of them were in Willow's server at the time. But it kind of just shows that they keep tabs on the people that are in their server, especially those who are well known in the community. So it was a little uncomfortable knowing that and the fact that they went to Willow specifically about everything when me and Milk are just two people that were a part of the server and chose to leave. So yeah, that's basically it. Lua, is there anything else that I missed?
Yeah, that basically covers everything that was mentioned within the screenshots of like, and not to mention the fact that one of these moderators did deny the fact that they were spying on you guys, one of them being Very. They were confronted about this. I did confront them about in DMs, and they denied all of this, even though, you know, they did directly.
Wait, are we allowed to say their names?
Well, Stars mentioned here, Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, I've always had suspicions that Star has been like keeping tabs on me specifically. So, but obviously I don't have proof of that. I only have that one time when Star came into my DMs asking me about why I'm mutuals with someone on Twitter, which was hypocritical because of the behavior that Star does. But other than that, nothing. I didn't really have like. I didn't really talk to the moderators a lot.
Personally, with Star, my experience with them and the reason why they aren't really made to be the main focus of this, they are just a moderator. They're basically Jax's like mini manager and such, and they defended Jax. In fact, they were the very one that helped wrote the public statement of theirs. So Star has been there since the beginning of TSG. I have worked alongside them for the beginning of the server's history, and they knew of everything that Jax has done, everything that Jax has said and stated, but instead of choosing to see my side of everything, instead of like, you know, calling him out,
actually working with his team.
Yeah, he chose to stay. He chose to help silence me. He chose to be okay with everything. He chose to be there. He chose to stay. This isn't something of, oh, I don't like them. Oh, this is just petty nonsense drama. No, this is something of they chose to stay. Not only did they chose to stay, they chose to stalk people, like one of the people in here, like such as Courtney, they chose to just support this person. And they continuously support this person. And it really is so disheartening watching someone I personally worked with to just turn their backs against me just for the fact that they just didn't want to leave. And mind you guys, from my experience, from what I know, they did volunteer their efforts to edit for the channel. They volunteered to work for them, so that's all up on his own choice. And yeah. Corn, would you like to share your story?
Yeah, sure. I joined the server when Willow made his collab with Jax. I was never really active there because, you know, my focus is on Willow server and the members there. So I wasn't really active there. I wasn't really as known, but months of that, I was made aware of like stuff with Jax and like what has happened. I was like, okay. And after the situation with Courtney and Milk leaving and them being like stalked upon, I was like, you know what? I haven't been active. I don't really support their channel as much. I will leave on my own terms because I have more things to do. So I left on my own terms, and not even like 2 minutes in, Willow gets a DM from Jax saying, "Oh, we recently noticed that Corn left the server. Like, what is this about? What is?" It's basically just the similar situation as Courtney, is just me being stalked on with leaving the server and everything. Since it was during like a weird time, I guess, that anything would seem like suspicious to them. And then instead of me being like, hey, DMing me, like, oh, hey, like, why'd you leave our server? They go to Willow instead, trying to press him to knowing like what's happening, which is really weird because he's not really a part of the drama back then. He wasn't really involved. Nothing would involve him in it. So with him going to Willow about my departure from his server and demanding to know like why I had left was really weird. So yeah. So basically that's just our stories are like similar stories of being like stopped.
Yeah, it's mostly just the fact that like knowing that they do keep tabs on certain people that have somewhat like importance, or like just like people that quote unquote had been an active part of their community for so long and just leaving out of the blue. It's like paranoia or just like suspicions.
Yeah, and I actually, it's funny enough, I did plan my departure days ago because I was like, we don't do stuff with Jax no more. I'm not active there. I personally don't watch their content, so it was like, what's the point of being there if, you know? So yeah. And seeing how like everyone else's like situation with the public server and them being the team themselves, it's saddening. See, like these people are what they are. So yeah.
Thank you for coming forward with this.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are worried about not being able to see the earlier parts of the stream, don't you worry. I will download and make sure to upload the stream on my more on this channel. Hold on. I have been uploading some of my stream VODs on here, so I will be uploading the full VOD of this on my this YouTube channel for historical and preservation sakes. I do not I do not seek any monetary gain. I do not seek any type of exposure or anything. I want to make the public aware of what has been going on. I want everyone to know how transparent I am about this. Even with all of this stuff that I have stated within this public or private server that I know that they have against me. Because, again, I'm not afraid to come forward about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, also, guys, please don't harass whoever coming out or who's the doc made on. It's really, it's more problematic than solving. So please just read the doc, be aware, and don't harass.
Yeah, this is for spreading awareness, not to what Corn said, harass other people. It's just to make more people safe in the future and aware of the things that these people have done.
Even with everything Jax has done, has said, with people's experiences of him, do not, and I repeat, do not go to harass him. Do not go into the TSG public server to say violent things against them. In fact, don't even bring my document, don't even bring none of this into that server, as this is something to just be made publicly aware of. I do not condone that kind of I condone that kind of behavior. Thank you.
I don't think none of us do condone it, and
no,
not out of malice, not out of pettiness. Just awareness.
Yeah.
There is to it. So.
And Courtney, would you like to speak? I know that you like to speak on behalf of Milk on something that they want to, behalf of them on something they want to talk about as well.
The one thing that I sent you?
Mm-hmm. If you want to talk about that while I get some stuff started.
Oh yeah, sure. So on behalf of Milk, she told me Jax is openly racist, and he makes comments during some of his streams where he'll just use the phrase disgusting black creatures, which Sonic fans should know is a dialogue from Shadow the Hedgehog, but he would use it in a way that it's not supposed to be used. Usually he would say it followed by a racist remark. And Milk told me that it made her incredibly uncomfortable. And even myself, I would cringe when I would hear it. But that's just one small thing that Milk brought to my attention.
He also did the thing where he would say, people would say, oh, when I went to, they would reference people, and he'd go, people?
Yeah.
People. Acting like they weren't people. Like they weren't human beings.
He just, in that one audio that you said, Lua, he, mentioned the fact that he doesn't think before he speaks. That's literally what it is.
Yes.
So, he hurts people with what he should be thinking about before saying it. But yeah, that's just a small thing that Milk brought to my attention that I thought I should partially bring up. It kind of just ties together with the whole the fact that he's racist and stuff.
Yeah, and his jokes on live as well, not really funny. because he
They're
also
not at
did.
all.
It's also on his live stream once. He did say, "Oh, you and me, we're both race. Let's add it to a bit. Let's double it down. We're at the end. We're both racist." It's like, what?
Hello there, Willow. I see you in the chat again. All right, so we do have a couple of other guests that would like to share their experiences, their stories. All right, thank you guys so much for being, wanting to talk, come out about your experiences with them. I hope you guys have a
Thank
great
you.
day and such. And yeah, and I hope
Thank you, Lua.
You're welcome, and I hope y'all stay warm because of that winter storm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your stream. Take care.
Stay warm, stay safe, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Okay, so next.
Alrighty. Next we have Coco and Mr. Shadow.
Sweet.
Mr. Shadow is here for their support, by the way. They don't have much correlations with TSG. Alrighty, Coco.
Hi. Am I here?
Yes, you are here. Hello there, Coco. How are you?
Hello.
Alright, let me bring you guys up first so the audience can have a visual representation as to who... It just makes things, easier to, like,
Visual, yeah. I get it.
Yes. I hope y'all are having a great day or night, because I think I know it's pretty late for y'all.
It is 3:40 a.m.
Oh
and I
my,
couldn't
it's
go
this
to sleep.
serious, huh?
It's bad. It's really bad.
It's
But
really bad, huh? Yes.
Somebody, when we mentioned Baby Blue on the Move, one of our friends
That's
tagged her.
them.
I saw you in the comment section earlier talking about Baby Blue on the Move. I'm happy that you
Yes.
could get in here.
It's but Baby Blue on the Move is a game that I really hold close to. So do we just start with, I guess, the introduction to, like, I guess, what Dado and Momik to me is?
Sure.
Okay.
Start wherever you feel you need to.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I fumble with my words, and sometimes I just don't make sense, but I'll try to make it make sense. So, you can say I'm quite the OG member of TSG, and I decided to, when they posted like the Discord server, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna join, and I'm gonna see like what the vibe is like. And at first everything was like cool, everything was chill, right? Dado and Momik, they were still Shadow and Sonic at the time. And fun fact, right? If anybody doesn't notice, the reason why they are called Dado and Momik is, from what I remember, is because of me. Cause after I've known them for like quite a bit, right? And like, you know what? I like giving nicknames to people. And you know what would be funny? To basically call Shadow as a Dado and Sonic as Momik. And now that's their that's
identity.
The name they use. Yeah, that's their identity name. Which I'm flattered, but damn. Fast forward, yada yada. To get like straight to the point, right, about Baby Blue on the Move. I want Shadow. Oh, sorry, my bad. I mean Jax and Anthony. They are they've shared quite heartfelt stories to me, and I feel for them. Like I sympathize with them and what they went through, especially like for their, past stories. And wanted, I always like try to make to make something for them. It's usually like fan arts, specifically of their Shadow and Sonic. And I actually made like a couple of comics about them. One of them they actually, dub, which is, very nice. I really appreciate it when they did that. And I thought after getting to know them a bit more, personally, I kind of see them as like a parental figure. Uh, that's kind of why I call them dad when mom in the first place. I have daddy issues, and I just couldn't help but something about Jax. Just like I see my own father in him, and Jax was like, I think Jax was sympathizing with it. I don't remember, but because of how basically they're special. They are special to me. Jackson Anthony, I have a familial love towards them, familial care towards them, and I thought it would be nice that I make something for their community, something that not a lot of people would just do out of nowhere, and that's making a game, but very specifically, a visual novel game, and I start giving the idea to, people like Jax. I shared my idea to Anthony, to Lua too, when she was still there, and Star, and like some other members too. And they were very supportive of it. And so I begin to do the production, and that's by writing. Now, supposedly there should be a team. In a way, I gather a team, but because of some things going on, what was supposed to be how much was it? 6 to 9 members of the team to like help me with this project. In the end, there's only like 2 to 3 people, and with me being the most active one actually working on it, it took me around 6 months to fully finish it. And for the 4 to 5 months, right, of me working it, I worked on it alone. I did all of the writing. I did all of the writing editing. I did all of the coding. There were a lot of tutorial videos, or like just just basic tutorials about the program that I was using, just so I can get the game to work. So in a way, I'm also like learning about making the game while I'm making this for them. And because I was working on it alone for like 4 months, right? It's very exhausting, especially because it's a visual novel. I also technically I have to make the art, and when one by one people left the team, right? I was kind of like, it's sad. It's sad to experience that, because I thought we would be working on this together as a team, but it turns out I was the only one working on it. And but give me a moment.
You good.
Thank you. I overwork myself a lot from this project. I thought people were telling me like Coco, don't do this for TSG. They don't deserve you. But I kept insisting, right? Because at the time I was being like ghosted by all of them, all of like the main staff members, including Jax himself. I was like being completely ghosted, and I thought my Delulu head thought if I could make this game work, maybe Jax would look at it, because I still care for Jax. I wanted to show him what I was capable of. And
I know it's hard. And
sorry about that.
No, you good.
It's
You're
okay.
Good. No, you're good. And I've heard of a situation that revolved around your game and Jax and a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to explain that to the public?
Aggressively wiping my forehead right now, bro.
Would you like, if it's okay with you, would you like me to present those screenshots on the stream?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because
I may have to go soon. I'm probably going to have to go soon.
Okay, that's fine.
Unfortunately.
No, alright, that's fine.
I'm going to ask for Uncle suggestions for this one.
Okay. I think that it is a good idea to display the screenshots so people can see them, so they can see specifically what was said. And Coco, I think in this situation you should just talk about what led up to the ticket and how awful it was for you when they actually like when the end came.
Oh. Okay. Fine.
You've got this.
It's
Mr.
alright.
Shadow is here.
I want to bang my head against the wall repeatedly.
It'll be okay. You got this.
You got this, yeah.
You got this. Thank you, everyone. I can't see the chat, but I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of their day/night.
Oh. Are you leaving right now?
I can't see it. I'm trying.
Uncle, are you leaving right now? Like
I'm leaving right now.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Ugwe. Thank you so much to them for joining and helping us. Validate some of the claims that we had said throughout this.
Yes.
All right.
You can share the screenshots too.
Okay. I'm gonna start to try to show these. I'm gonna try to explain these in order, but while I look through these and make sure that I can load it up in order, can you start explaining as to what led to this?
Are you showing the screenshots right now?
I'm going to in a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with the first one. Oh,
So basically, after the game was done, right?
hold on. I'll show the first one, and then you can start right. Here you go. There's the first screenshot. This is yeah. This is, I believe, the beginning of it, of that ticket. This was where he presented the conversation you guys had between each other, where oh, I'm not sharing my full screen, my bad.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Alright, there we go.
You go.
We need my guests to also see the share screens so they can in real time know what we're talking about. So we're showing this screenshot.
Okay, that's off the ticket, right?
So this conversation between Coco and Jax was referring. They had a deal where as long as Coco was not, you know, was not made to be a part of this drama, then Jax would be willing to
Yes.
share Baby Blue on the move within their public Discord server. So now knowing a bit of context to this, would you like to explain this?
I want to add. He only specifically. So, is it okay if I explain like how it came to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, with the whole, like, because you and Jax had beef at the time too, right? Like, both you came to me and Jax also came to me about it, and it wasn't what I want. I have a game that I work very hard on with only like 2 people, technically 2 to 3 people. And I just want to get this out there. See, like, at first I wanted to, like, it would be so nice to like have Jax like give, or like, TSG to give the game itself a shout out. Maybe even them playing it on stream, making a video out of it. Who knows? When Jax came to me about that situation and he wanted to make a deal with me, right? The deal was if was it that, hold on, I'm trying to remember the conversation exactly in my head, like in the DMs. He was basically telling like, hey, Coco, like, I can make sure that your game will be able to be posted in the server. That's all. He won't do anything else with it, but he just wants the game to exist. He doesn't want the game to gain more attention from it, I guess. Because, he claims to be like the server owner and that he can do this, he can do that. But I need to not get involved. I'm not really involved. I'm kind of like in between this, right?
They were really not involved in any of this, by the way. We literally, Coco told me that they had sent screenshots of me and Coco's conversations. She set them within the ticket. Those are about to come up in a bit. In fact, I think those are the next one.
Yeah, but again, and then this ticket happened. And should I just like explain the whole summary of basically the ticket in general? So in a very quick summary, right? In a way, my game, Baby Blue on the Move, is being weaponized against me. Or I guess my presence in the TSD server is being, put online because I have information about Lua that he can use against Lua. Whatever valuable information that is, I don't know. I don't have that kind of information. But he kept insisting that I do, and in a way intimidated me into trying to like get it out of me. And it didn't really work because I was like, I was done with how he was treating me, and I was like, I raised up my hands and I'm like, hey, Jax, I think we both know. I told him, right, Jax, we both know kicking me or banning me from the server because of this isn't a smart move. And I guess he didn't really take that kindly, because after I told him he doesn't deserve to be called, to be a father figure, he doesn't deserve the name Dado, he doesn't deserve to, like, all of my care for him, he didn't deserve that. He basically was like, fuck you, and kick/ban me from the server. right. I was gone from TSG that quick. And then I'm in Willows now, I guess.
Yeah. And I remember those events very well, and why, even though at that point in period, even though I was already banned, I was like already long gone. I was already long gone from TSG. I was like, you know what, Coco? After hearing Coco's story about all that stuff that she just mentioned to you guys, I was like, you know what? Not only will I play your game, but I'll stream your game. I'll try to make. I mean, hey, even though that this is of people that I have problems with, I'll help people make aware of the work that you did throughout the months, because coding a game like that is not easy. Uh, Even if it was like a simple 30-minute run of a game, I played through it personally. You know, there was a lot of effort, a lot of heart that went into
Yes.
it, and for what? For it to be used essentially as a means to leverage Coco and to try to
Yes.
spill more information about me, which was never there to begin with,
Okay.
even
Yes.
though Coco was never really within this drama at all.
I was dragged. I just wanted my game to be out there, to be recognized for the community, if anything.
Yeah. And yeah.
Oh,
So,
should I also add what happened after I got kicked or banned?
if you think it's relevant to this, then yes.
I mean, it just kind of adds more to his behavior, right? In a way. I'll try to keep it short, but basically, after I got like kicked or banned from the TSG server, I became more active in Willows, and it's very chill, very cool. I hang out with I'm chill with that server. I really like that server. But after when Jax knows about this, he immediately went to Willow, and like bro joined a call with Willow and like the other like the Watchman Tower people, and basically started saying quite the things, probably heavy assumptions or just things to get Willow or people in there to kind of like dislike me. I'm starting to notice that it's kind of his thing now, where he wants me to like not exist anywhere. And it happened like 2 times, by the way. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, I have heard about it like immediately. I remember, well, I was not present in that VC. I remember Coco here posting a bit of Willow fan art in his section of his own server. Then out of the blue, Jax went to join that VC down there and talk about some things about Coco's game, which aren't 100% factual. While some of the things, yes, it was pretty questionable. Yes, the original storyboards of the game were a bit questionable, but they were
But
just story. If you want to
yeah,
explain that, that's up to you.
so yes,
If you want,
I'm just going to say the whole reason why I first came up to you, to at the time, right, you Lua, to Jax, to Star about the whole early draft is to make sure you guys are okay with it, because it's a game that I make, but like because it's using your character, the TSG characters, I want feedback. The whole thing about asking for feedback is to see what can be changed about it. And hey, sure, it was a little dark, but then I asked for feedback and I'm like, you know what, you have
yeah,
a point, and then boom, it's changed. There's no problem. It shouldn't be an issue.
yeah, I was there. I was there actually revising the early stages of the storyboards and such, like the early script and dialogue, and I did straight up tell Coco that, hey, the original endings is a bit too dark really dark.
Yeah.
And yeah, she did obviously change it. Obviously,
Mhm.
nothing of that was ever made into the final draft of the game.
Mhm.
And I mean, I literally played through the entire game on stream. And to me, everything was great. Everything was fine. There was nothing bad to the game. There was no ill intentions of the game or whatever. The game
No.
focused around the characters from,
Mm.
their own universe and
I
stuff, their own
Mhm.
personalities into these versions of Sonic and
Mm.
Shadow and other characters that will not be named.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Uh-huh. I would also like to add this game, it really means a lot to me. It's again, specifically, it was made for the staff members because of how, I would call, they were like, at the time they were like a good friends of mine. But now that happened, and now the game is solely for the community because the community treats it better than the original people would. And I would also like to add, I hold no ill feelings towards Jax or people from TSG. Sometimes all I ever want from them is for them to just listen to what I have to say and understand where I'm coming from. And I just hope everything, with TSG would handle this maturely. They would, like, I don't know, give out a genuine apology instead of doing the complete opposite. I really want TSG to be better. But that's all I have to say.
yeah. And I'm completely for the fact that, hey, if they come out apologizing, make a proper apology, make proper statements instead of using, people such as me as scapegoats as an excuse to avoid very serious topics, I'll be down. Hey, I'll be down. I am hoping for a better future for them. I'm not wishing I'm not wishing that the channel like gets deleted tomorrow. I'm not wishing for them to get harassed. I'm not wishing any ill intent towards them. I am simply talking about this, making everyone aware of this because I do not want any of these actions to ever be repeated again. Not behind closed doors, not to the public eye. This is something that's not excusable anymore. And I'm glad that I have been able to give people a platform, a voice to speak out against this. People that have been, having feelings about this for months and such. In fact, it was very scary for me to even turn on this live today because I knew the risk. I knew everything was not going to be easy on either parties. I really wish that this live stream never had to come to be, but it did. So, without further ado, if Coco and Mr. Shadow, y'all don't have anything else to say.
I just hope everybody here, has a good day, and in the end, people have their own opinions and beliefs about this whole situation, and that's very, very valid. Whatever you choose to do with this information is completely up to you. You are not being held here against your will. If you want to still support TSG, go ahead. If you don't, you don't.
Yes.
No one here holds ill feelings towards you as well if you still choose to be there for TSG. And that will be all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Coco and Mr. Shadow, even though Mr. Shadow you
I'm
like
just
to
here for moral support.
Yeah.
He's my man.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's just been here for moral support. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know it's really late for y'all. I hope you'll have a great rest of y'all's night. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Whew. Alrighty. Yeah. So I guess it's time to just draw final conclusions to everything of this. Yeah, again, everything of this will be posted later. Oh, yeah, okay, my bad. Before I end things off, there is someone else that would like to present their story, but I'm sorry. There's someone else that wants to present their story, but they don't want their name to be mentioned. There's a bit more. I'm sorry. I'm getting DM. Okay. Just know, this is said in DMs. They do not want their name to be mentioned. Please respect that. Okay. So, okay. Where do we start from here? I'm reading this off of DM, by the way. I'd also like to bring up something important, an experience I had. No need to say my name. I've already been up there, but they are using the Sonato fan base for clicks. He himself has had very homophobic values and isn't a fan of the ship at all. He said to me in a call before how he wants to, and I quote, make the Sonic fan base great again and change people's views on Sonato, make it less romantic. That he plans to make implications to show how he'll exactly portray Sonato to his fan base and make it less quote-unquote gay, so to speak. All of which he's said to me and VC. And yeah. This is already someone that's already been up here. You know, they just don't want their name to be mentioned much anymore or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, any final thoughts of everything of this? Yeah. I've been trying to handle all this to be the most respectful, serious manner possible. I wouldn't have done any of this without all the members that decided to share the stories with me. This has not been easy. Trust me. I've been wanting to do this for months, for weeks, and I didn't want to bring people's names such as Willow, Flo, Courtney, Milk, everyone that's been up here. I did not want to bring anyone into this, and I wanted to show you guys that, hey, I'd rather not put evidence, even though they have given me evidence, even though they've given me their stories and everything, I'd rather not put that into the public eye without their express consent and permission, because that's something that's extremely important. I do not, for example, I do not want to go into other people's servers and just, record them without their consent, which they have done to me. They have literally sent spies out to record me and my private conversations to send it back to Jax. They literally have sent spies to infiltrate the information that we have that has been recently gathered, to not only gather up all this information just for them to be able to have this excuse of a PR statement, and instead of addressing the biggest elephant in the room, you know who you are, they decided to deflect. They decided to use me as a scapegoat, and they were preying on the fact that I wouldn't have even gotten the courage to make this live or anything. So, I think there is really nothing more that's needed to be said. We have covered everything that's already been stated here. Again, if you guys want to see these documents for yourself, they are posted on Twitter. If you guys want to, they're posted on my Twitter account. Not trying to, plug myself, but, it's for you guys to be able to, oh my god. Do we wait? Do we have another story? Hold on. Hold on a minute, guys. Another! I know! Today's been really busy! Today's been really busy. Oh, someone else wants to join the stage. In fact, this is a person that kind of appeared in my very early live streams. I think you guys might know who they are. I'm just waiting for them to like. Oh, okay, they're right here. All right. Alright, guys, so without further ado, let me bring to the stage Bunny. Hello there, Bunny. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been forever. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, a lot has happened, indeed.
So yeah, I do have some things to add in, and it's about just the moderation with the TSG tickets. So I had a couple like situation and moments with TSG and their tickets, because I have a couple friends that are minors, which I will not say for their safety and comfortability. So I have two stories that might be helpful. One was where there was like a little event in the TSG gaming VCs, where we were just playing Uno on Roblox, you know, chill game. And I remember one time a member in a TSG server and VC started threatening someone's life as a joking way over Uno in Roblox, which was not necessary at all. Very uncalled for. So when the minor DM'd me telling me to please make a ticket for them, I did. Respectfully, I did. But that later got told that, I later got told by one of the moderators in the ticket to say like, oh, you know what? No, we took care of them already. We just need you to ban them and tell the minor to ban them as well. I'm like, okay, totally fine. I will let that go. But at the same time, it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be said. Because you cannot just let someone walk around threatening a minor's life over a game in public VC. That is not necessary. And I also have another one that is very huge. This is also the same minor that has been dealt with, but another minor. There was an adult within the server that started harassing this minor for their quote-unquote nice personality. We decided to take this situation outside of TSG and deal with this in a group chat to not make drama within the server, as in with the rules, to keep it respectful. They got really defensive and really hostile to this minor, so I decided to make a ticket again, since this hostility was still said within the server as well. So, they did not say anything. They just continued to tell me to keep them blocked and everything else, which really confused me because, again, there is an adult within your server harassing a minor. So, you're telling me to block them? Yeah, I just brushed it off. I didn't want to like continue to press them about it, so I just, all right. It was a weird time. So, and then the said adult continued to harass this minor. I'm like, okay, that's great. So it got escalated to the point where another minor decided to say that this adult is a quote unquote pedophile. Which is a huge thing, which I respectfully, they are not a pedophile, but they are harassing a minor, which is weird. And then an adult with the VC decided to go to Raiju Rehab. Can I say that server name?
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so another adult that came in to check on me decided to go to Raiju Rehab to tell Jax, who was in the VC in Raiju Rehab, to tell about this quote unquote pedophile that was harassing this minor. And the one thing that Jax only said to the adult within the Raiju Rehab server is like, did they make a ticket? He did not go immediately to that server. He only asked this person just like, did they make a ticket? Which I did multiple times about the same person that's harassing this minor. And they just tell me to block him. Which I understand that I do not know the perspective to the moderation, like on what they're doing and what their plan is. But at the same time, it is a person that harassing a minor constantly outside and inside TSG. No, nobody snitched. It was I'm looking at chat. Nobody snitched.
Best
But-
to refer to chat right now.
Yeah, my fault.
Now you good.
So yeah, it was. I'm trying to get my mind collected on this situation. I'm so sorry if I'm rambling. It was just, yes. Okay, let me make this more clear. I was in a VC in TSG. Again, this adult that was harassing this minor was within this VC that I'm in as well. And another adult who was in the Raiju Rehab came in and wanted to check up on me, which is fine, respectful. I love them for that. But then someone in the VC who is a minor that I will not say for their comfortability was like, oh, since Jack, so sorry.
You good.
So because I mentioned that Jax was in the Raiju Rehab VC and nothing else. That was my fault for mentioning that because I did not want to like call out Jax, but at the same time it needed to be said because this adult is harassing this minor. So this adult decided to go to Raiju Rehab and tell Jax about this information about this adult harassing this minor. Because the word pedophile was used for this information, which later got Jax worried, scared. Like, he started panicking because he later went to TSG, dragged me into a private server, and another adult who was involved in this, which I will not say their name for their comfort and respect. And it decided to say, it's like, oh, you shouldn't tell this, like, minors that we're not doing anything because we are, you don't know our perspective. And you shouldn't say pedophile because, oh, now I really got to pay attention to the server because there's a pedophile in our server. I was like, yeah, you should, because we made multiple tickets about this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to mention that this adult that is harassing the minor is still doing it till this day, and nothing is happening.
That is
And
disgusting.
I don't like that at all.
Ooh.
Yes, this adult that was harassing a minor is still in the server and still doing this to this minor, and nothing is being and nothing is going on. Nothing is being dealt with.
And they just rather focus on their channel, and they just rather.
Quite literally, yes.
That is disgusting. I did not know of this until now. Oh my god.
Yo, yeah, it happened a lot because I had my fair share with the tickets. Because again, there was a lot of people that were being respectfully being weird in the VCs.
Yeah.
So and nobody dealt with it at all. Like, with respect to some of the moderators in TSG, they didn't do anything about it. They just keep telling me to block them, nothing else. And I don't see anything that's happening to these people that I make tickets about being dealt with. Because I am concerned for my friends who are mostly minors. I am afraid for their safety. because they keep coming to me scared that these people that they don't feel comfortable with are still joining the VCs that they are in. And they wish me to be there for them for emotional support when they join the VCs, which I'm okay with. But at the same time, I'm worried why these people are still in the server. Because I seen someone like threaten a kid's life in the TSG VCs. And they told me to block them? Okay, fair enough. What? Sorry, I'm being really...
Personally, if someone went into the ticket system, you know, not just in my server, but any server I moderate, that person who is harassing a minor is getting dealt with. No buts, no excuses, no anything. That shouldn't be something that, should be set aside. This shouldn't be anything of...
Because when I had the moment in the VC with Jax and another adult, he told me that this person that harassing the minor is being dealt with, which I was happy about, because he kept harassing this minor daily, just to talk to this minor for their quote unquote happy and nice personality. I don't know. And when the VC situation happened, I thought it was going to be dealt with finally, but no. Turns out he's still within the server, trying to talk to this minor still. Like,
oh my god, it's literally stuff like this. Why I'd rather like suffer now. Why I'd rather like, I don't know. I guess what you guys would call it, I guess take the full like fronts of everything that could happen in the future, which I don't know what the response, I don't know how any of this is going to play out in the future, but I'd rather make people aware of this now than to let them just continue what they're doing just because they can, just because no one has been able to speak out about this, just because no one has the platform to do so. And that's why I'd rather use my platform for something like this than for my own monetary gain, than for my own, like, just to save myself. Like, yes, I was kicked. I was banned from the server. And especially because of that phone situation where I accidentally did leak his phone number and such, which I did mention in the doc. But what he has not made mention at all is the very fact that he agreed to a $300 compensation, and he tried to claim that that situation caused him to have a new phone. No, but rather it was an option. I literally asked him, "Hey, Jax, is there a way to make up for this? I know it would never erase the fact of what I did, but I'd rather, pay my dues and everything." And he told me, well, I currently have a Samsung A17, which is, if for those of you who don't know what that is basically like a budget phone. It's typically the phone that phone carriers give you when you switch lines, It's basically, like a free phone. And I told him, hey, I have an A25 Samsung. It's really good phone. It costs $250. Not only will I pay for the new phone line change, which, by the way, chat, the max amount to be able to switch your phone number is $50. And a new phone costs around roughly like $250, which was the one that I had. And he agreed to this, and I was like, does $300 sound enough? And he's like, yes. So that's why I included this bit in the document, because, well, it will never excuse for what I did. And he had every right to be angry about that. That I will not deny. The very fact that he's trying to make it seem like I did it on purpose, out of malice intent, is something I do not stand for. And no, I am not even seeking... I'm not even mad about the fact that I had to pay $300. No, I did that. I wanted to do that. Just like how I wanted to, like, state the other things that I've regretted saying in this private server. And even be a part of this for it. I've been a part of it longer than I should have. And that was one of my greatest mistakes. Letting myself be manipulated and letting myself for even of a moment to trust him, to trust his vision.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew wholeheartedly that it was wrong, and the guilt literally weighed on me so bad that I went to Mexico in the duration of June. I literally had come face to face with the results of, hey, after I did my colonoscopy, they did a lot of tests on me and everything. They're like, hey, if you do not change your habits now, you are gonna die really soon. And I was left reflecting to myself. And then I thought about TSG, and then I thought about all the things that I've said within that server, that private server. And I know I do not want to carry this guilt for any longer. So I wanted to leave on my own terms, but things got more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, one of the bulletproof points where they have stated on their public document, specifically about using our voice channels to vent, even though this breaks the rules of the Discord server. I would like to state what they are in referencing to is the very fact that I was talking about my health conditions while I was in Mexico. I've only stated these things within the private server. Only when every time I would talk about any serious topics, I would ask the group, hey, is it okay if I talk about this? If I get a yes, then okay. If I get a no, that's also okay. And that's what they're referring to. Apparently, me talk about the fact that I have pre-diabetes, me talk about the fact that I am a high risk of colon cancer is a bit too much for them. And apparently that's something that warranted a part of like the other nonsense warranted for me to be kicked, silenced, and banned.
I would also like to add in the ticket thing, if that's okay.
Yes.
So apparently I have given permission from the said minor that has dealt with this information. Apparently they also made multiple tickets with this another adult that has been manipulating multiple victims. And whenever they made tickets about this adult, they were only told to block them. Nothing else. And they were still within this server talking to this minor who was uncomfortable with this adult and kept going to their DMs being weird. And nothing was being dealt with this person in TSG until this adult left themselves.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. It disappointed me very badly with TSG. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, this has gone on way too long for minors' safety.
Yes.
You are allowing minors within your server and still make these same minors uncomfortable with adults that are being weird to them. I have no ill intent towards anyone in TSG, but at the same time, I am disappointed and I want them to be better.
Yeah. We all do. We all want what's best for any creator out there. Even if some of these actions seem to be inexcusable to a lot of these people that come up. I have one to believe to make an example and in the Sonic community. And that is to leave this with an open mind, leave this for those of you who are watching this, where this is going to be, whether you're watching this on the YouTube, whether you're watching this live, I want this to be like more of what to do. instead of like hoping for the worst, instead of, oh, let's go on a witch hunt for all the voice actors that were involved in this. Oh, let's do that. No, that's not going to happen. And that shouldn't happen. What I'd rather happen is for just for them to be better. Just for them to address, you know, the elephant in the room, to address all the major issues. And instead of having scapegoats to excuse their actions, just address everything. And let everyone decide for themselves whether they want to stick around or not.
I just remember another moment with the tickets. Oh my god.
Dang! Oh,
dude. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But I remember one time a friend of mine who was an adult made a ticket with this again, same person that was harassing this minor, and they got timed out for it after making this a ticket. Adult making a ticket against another adult. So another adult being timed out for trying to defend another minor.
That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and especially to you, Jax, especially if you are watching this, if you're on here on the alt account where someone else is watching this for you, I want you to know, I'm not here to try to harass you. I'm not here to try to bring you down. In fact, I wish for the best for your channel. I wish that you learn from this instead of coming up with more and more excuses. Okay? I suffer from health conditions too. I am aware of what you're going through. And my heart bleeds for you. Despite everything. You know, you want any semblance of people to respect you without fear, respect you without having to deceive, without having to underpay, without having to, like, make up lies, without having to do any of this nonsense. Just do it the right way. Don't worry, just do it the right way. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
That's what the community is asking for. Because me as a viewer, I did not wish this to happen at all. I wanted to give all of you the benefit of the doubt, but you really disappointed me. And I wish you guys do better and fix and make up your mistakes and fix what you have done. Please.
Yes. Because, hey, it takes two to tango. You and Anthony created the channel. This focuses on you, Jax. This doesn't focus on anyone else. I haven't even mentioned any of the other voice actors besides me. No one else is involved besides the people that have come up here, the people who have chose to let their voices be heard with consent and everything. This isn't an attack. This is to make awareness of what you have done. And this goes out to all the stories that cannot be fully stated in here. There is some evidence, such as that 25-minute video of you, said minor, and someone else behind closed doors. You know what it is. I can't share it here in respects to the minor. But yeah, if there is nothing else, then...
Nope, I got nothing to add.
Alrighty. I think everything that has been stated or should have been stated has already been stated. Again, thank you to all the viewers who has been showing up. I've been seeing you guys' comments, all the likes and stuff. I apologize for not reading out anything, as, you know, this is a serious matter. I wanted to focus my full intention on all my guests that have come up here. And yeah. Again, this should be uploaded today, if not tomorrow, if not the next day, because obviously snowstorm, and hopefully everything comes out alright, by the way. For those of you who are, like, experiencing that snowstorm right now, please stay safe. Please bundle up. And yeah.
Get lots of heaters, please.
yeah. Anyways, without further ado, thank you all so much for stopping in, and I will take the next week off. Goodbye.